She's only 23, but ahead of her time. She's the dream of a billion men. Go girl, she made her way from nothing.
Hello, thank you for tuning in and supporting www.exclusiverules.com. This is Dear Nikki. Dear Nikki is a relationship advice blog where you beautiful people out there send me your letters in regards to your questions, and I offer an outsider's unbiased, real, to the point, raw opinion, or as I like to say, reality checks that don't bounce. Now, if you ever need advice, feel free to send me your email, and it is open to both males and females, to exclusiverules@yahoo.com. Please leave your feedback and subscribe to my YouTube page, which is at youtube.com/exclusive rules. We do have a letter today, and hopefully we'll be able to assist this individual with their issue. Dear Nikki, I've been with a man for 10 years, but we broke up a few months by me moving to another state. We stayed in contact by phone while I was in the other state. I returned back to my original state where he was, and while we seen each other, we spoke on how we were getting back together. Throughout that time, we would constantly hang with one another, got intimate, and even made it official that we were a couple. But things were a bit different between me and him because I know him so well. I would notice at time frames I wouldn't hear from him. I would call and no answer or anything. I soon found out that he was involved with a woman while I was away, and he had gotten into another relationship. By now, the woman knows me as well as I know her. It's been constant calls between her and arguments and fights between her and I. When I speak with him, he tells me he's done with her and it's officially with me and wants to be with me, and then shortly I find out he's still dealing with her. My heart is hurt and confused. We have so much history and spend time with one another, and he tells me over and over he's with me and he wants to be with me forever. But yet she's still in the picture. I feel he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. I love him very much, but I don't want to fall for the words because of my feelings for him when he may be telling her the same thing. I'm very confused. Okay, when you're dealing with the man that's cheating, it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. That's not what that means. I believe when a man is cheating on you, it means that he doesn't respect you. Now, when you're in a situation and you know he's cheating on you, and he knows that you know he's cheating on you, it goes from him not having respect for you to you not having respect for yourself. There is no reason you should be in competition, and this is what it is, competition with a woman for a man, because without you even saying it in the letter, I'm 100% sure that you bend over backwards or mentally in your head, um, you're outdoing yourself trying to outdo her. That's not the way it's supposed to go at all. And you made a very logical point. He could very well be telling you the same thing he's telling her. He could be going to her saying we're just friends, we're not together, but telling you the same thing. I don't understand why you would be fighting with this lady. Arguments and fights. There's no reason to fight. If you're in a relationship and you have to prove to somebody else that this is your spouse or this is your mate or this is your man, you need to evaluate that whole relationship, because if you're displaying that you're in a relationship, he should be displaying that he's in a relationship. And keep in mind that this lady owes you nothing. And when I say owes you nothing, you don't need to be demanding respect from her. Oh, stay away from my man. No, you don't need to be demanding respect from her. You need to be demanding respect from him, because she doesn't have a relationship with you. She owes you nothing. He's the one that's opening the door and allowing it to happen. Because if he's exclusively with you, how is she going to disrespect anything unless this is something he's allowing to go on? This is a problem. The biggest problem is that you're in love, more in love with him than you are in love with yourself. More in love with him than you are in love with your happiness. More in love with him than you are in love with your health. And when I say health, you don't know if he's having unprotected sex with this person or not. If he's coming back and having unprotected sex with you. This is in no way, shape, or form acceptable. And unfortunately, the honest truth is, when we allow people to do things and they see that it's okay or there are no consequences for doing them, they don't change. They won't change. There is no reason to change. If he's waking up every day saying, I can mess with her and mess with her, and I know only thing that's going to happen is me and her going to fuss for a little while, I'm going to tell her I'm not with her and we're going to be just fine. Or every time she finds out about this person, we just get back together. Why is he changing? There is no consequences of his infidelity. The reason some people choose not to break laws is the fear of jail. He has no fear of anything. You need to give him an ultimatum. And you have to come to understanding that the ultimatum may not rule in your favor. Let him know. Set your ground rules. Listen, I went away and I understand we weren't together. If I'm back now and we're going to be together, it's going to be me. And that's it. If you feel as if you need more in your life, because if you need something on the side, that tells me I'm not woman enough for you. So just tell me I'm not woman enough for you and I will go on my merry way. I can imagine what it's like laying down. Sometimes we get so caught in our thoughts, wondering if he's with her. When he touches you, do you wonder if he touches her that same way? The things he say that's so sweet, do you wonder if he says that? When he texts you and it's the nicest thing ever, do you wonder if it's a forward? That's the type of things that control the mind when you're dealing with a man that's dealing with somebody else. That's enough to drive anyone crazy. Your sanity, your respect, your well-being is what's more important. Never leave to come back. You have to let this go. You have to. It's not that much love in the world for anyone. And your love is not on the same playing field. Ask him how would he feel if you got a boyfriend. You want to be with him that bad, or if it's just a sexual thing, or until you move on. Ask him if it's okay for you guys to be, since you're in one. Hey, let's be in an open relationship. You do your thing, I do my thing. I don't question you, you don't question me, and see what his response is. Now, as a woman, this isn't something that you want to do. You're not just going to willy-nilly give yourself out like this. But just ask him, how would it be if the tables were turned and it was me sleeping around, lying to you about this and that? It's time to let go, woman.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You